This piece was composed by Wang Chenwei. Akshara means syllable or letter of an alphabet in the ancient Indian language of Sanskrit. This unique piece fuses traditional Chinese wind and percussion music with rhythms in Sanskrit poetry. The musicians also chant excerpts from 3 Sanskrit poems from the 5th, 11th, and 17th centuries. Next up, we visit Songfa Bakute to learn more about what is Nanyang tea. In this video, we speak to Mr. Yohart Pong, Managing Director of Songfa Bakute, and Mr. Kenry Pei of Pek Sin Chun Private Limited.
My dad started Songfa in 1969 through a pushcart. That time was in a high street. There wasn't a lot of side dishes at that time. Previously, it's all the coolies who are working hard labor, using the pork bone with some garlic, soya sauce. They just boil it and eat it. Yeah, that's how people enjoy eating by the roadside. Tea was provided free of charge. to wash down the grease. Thus, the name Bak Kut Teh. So this is how our relationship started. When Songfa Bak Kut Teh was established in 1969, better quality of classical Nanyang tea, Bu Zhi Xiang, was specially blended to pair with the pork rib soup. As we move into the 21st century, and we start to bring in more dishes to complement the diners and also the store design. The overall experience, we add in more variety of higher grade teas, and then also we work with Pek Jin Chun to come out with our own tea, which is the King's Garden tea. It's a mixture of chrysanthemum, green tea and oolong.
King's Garden tea is uniquely created for Songfa to suit the climate over here. This tea with the herbal base supposed to balance the weather over here, pair up with the food over here, and we do have the tea that is hot and cold brew version. They even go to the extra mile by adding in honey to bring up the sweetness, and I personally love it.
In the late 2019, whereby we bring this tea to a brewery, where we work for a local brewery to produce our own King's Garden beer. People who are not a frequent beer drinker and they want something light, especially females, this beer actually complements them. With Singapore Airlines, we serve Bak Kut Teh on board in the first and business class. Songfa aims to landmark itself as one of the Singapore footprint on the world map as an iconic local heritage brand. At Songfa, our staff, our partners and our franchisees are equipped with the knowledge and skills to prepare a good pot of Chinese tea. Songfa aims to cultivate and continue the habits of tea drinking among the younger generation to continue this essence and culture.
An Cha, better known as Liu An Cha, is a fermented black tea first produced in 1725 and originating from Anhui province. Indocalamus leaves and bamboo baskets are used to pack the tea. The production of this tea requires more than 10 processes lasting 7 to 8 months. This tea tastes very good and has many health benefits. In Singapore, Yi Ye Tang is the sole distributor of Sun Yi Shun An Cha.
茶叶不仅是饮料，也是我们华人的礼仪、文化与历史。我也喜欢喝茶。今天我选择冲泡的茶，来自新加坡老字号白新村茶庄的乌龙茶。自然的香气，历史的口味。 停，欢迎关注南洋茶。
Camellia is a Singapore tea brand that strives to promote the unique characteristics of every tea. They specialize in Wuyi rock oolong, which is thoughtfully grown, harvested, and crafted in the Wuyi Mountains, a UNESCO World Heritage Site dedicated to enhancing biodiversity and reputed for its microclimates and mineral-rich volcanic soil.
Tea is an art of crafting. An expression of your beliefs. Crafted to your personality. It is a journey of becoming whom you'd like to become. Your cup, your personality.
Kim Wai-Kee graduated with a honours degree in Fine Arts at LaSalle College of the Arts in 2013. In 2016, he went to study pottery, in particular, the throwing technique from Sam Wei Kwang Pottery. In 2016, he also founded Tea Pottery, which specializes in creating teawares as art. This is his real passion in life. When word of local teaware spreads, tea lovers begin to look for him, and that is when he really learns how to make better teapots. Wai-Kee believes in making practical and aesthetic wares, and credits the many tea lovers who have helped him achieve this marriage of form and function. Purple Moon Kombucha produces the best tasting kombucha in town, using a special blend of Nanyang tea. Check them out. Enjoy Tea is a retail shop in Chinatown, Singapore. They specialize in Chinese tea, floral tea, teapots, accessories, and Vietnamese agar wood. They are situated next to the Buddha Tooth Relic Temple. Ma Qiaoyuan is a tea lover and founder of Lolly Talk, a homegrown candy maker. He trained in Australia and makes fresh rock candy.
Hi, my name is Ma Qiaoyuan. I'm a tea lover and I'm a candy maker. I started drinking tea during those years I worked in China. Tea drinking to me back then was more like a social event. Most of the time, it never come across my mind what tea we were drinking or what tea wares we were using. And sometimes, tea session could simply mean an in-between event, something that we do before we head out for our dinner gatherings. And sometimes, it's just a session for us to cool down after some heavy liquor drinking. Some tea lovers like to drink tea because they like to make new friends with the common interest. Maybe because of the way I started my hobby, I like to drink tea with friends more than drinking tea to make friends. I do meet a lot of interesting people along the way of tea brewing. One of them is Kendry. Catching up with Kendry sometimes will means meeting up over a nice bak kut teh session. And of course, pairing the nice bak kut teh with nice Nanyang tea. Always admire how our grandfather's generation have made it through all their hardship during their era in this wonderful country. It always amazed me how Nanyang tea have made it possible for that generation to enjoy a luxury beverage at an affordable price. And it also amazed me their spirit of willing to work hard while finding their little pleasure in life through little things like tea and candy. Yes, candy. Ting Ting candy, Ting Ting tang. Something that made with simple natural ingredients, yet it provides everyone a small little treat that sweetens everyone's life. Reminding all of us during hardship, there always exists something sweet and worth looking forward to. Candy is also another passion in my life beside tea. I make sweets for a living, which is why I call myself a sweet man. I have this special interest in making sweets since I was a little kid. In the year 2012, I took the interest a bit too far and ended up myself having a candy shop every little kid's dream of. Together with my business partner, we have successfully revived the Nanyang recipe of making Ting Ting candy since 2014. We have also integrated spices into our all-time classic and launched lollies such as chili lamb, plum guava, and spicy mango. We have worked with National Heritage Board with various roadshows featuring how spices are being integrated into candy making, reminding us how Singapore was an important spices trading hub back then. Our Ting Ting candy also widely available in various museums, gift shops and heritage centres. And our Ting Ting candy, what I mean is our Singapore's Ting Ting candy, is also currently in the process of reviewing to be officially listed as one of the food heritage under the intangible cultural heritage of Singapore. Sometimes friends will ask me, for your tea drinking hobby, do you have any plans to go into the tea business? Or maybe like open up a tea cafe? And I always answer them back the same question. For what? Besides the fact that there's still so much thing for me to learn about tea. I guess I have enough of my share of crazily pursuing a hobby in candy making and turning into a brand that almost having 1 million followers on Facebook. I would rather keep tea drinking as something personal. I've always enjoyed the process of brewing tea by myself, especially after a hard day at work. And I always like to capture all these special moments I have through photos and sometimes video. I would post them to Instagram and use the Instagram as a form of diary recording, as well as my tea tasting notes. And I must really confess, I'm a very visual person. I like to see beautiful things and look at beautiful things. And in the process of drinking tea, it teaches me to look beyond what's in front of me. It triggers all the other senses in me. It makes me want to learn more about myself, and it makes me to a better person. Little things like boiling water teaches me to be more patient. Little things like finding the little notes inside the tea teaches me to be more sensitive. It teaches me to be more sensitive to how my body reacts to what I intake. And beside all the things that tea teaches me, I also enjoy the process of playing with my tea wares. And so, after all, I guess I'm still a very visual person. But hey, what's wrong with that? And that's me.
Finally, we have Teo Boon Gim, founder of the Clay People Ceramic Studio.
I'm Boon Kim from the Clay People. I'm a potter, so we make pottery projects for this activity, the Nayang Tea Challenge. So I hope you enjoy the work, and I understand that the theme for this year is spice. So we work according to the design, and we hope that the recipients will enjoy the ware and as much as I do when I'm creating them. Thank you.
We hope you enjoyed listening to the Tea People of Singapore.